Welcome back to Joe Jackson with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. We convinced Kenya to stay in the building with us for a little while longer. She ain't had nothing to do, so since you come way out here to the west suburbs, when you come out here, you're going to sit down for 2 hours.
We didn't want to leave. I ain't going to lie.
You didn't want to leave. That's right. You're going to sit in. So let's bring my man in real quick, TC. From the south side of Chicago, Illinois. Give it up for Fed Prince Nolan in the building. Morgan Park's own, baby. 90 in the building. What?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Hey, say it, man. Kenya. That's Kenya Towns.
Nice to meet you as well. Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Well, the first guest, always get a benefit of staying, if they don't have too much to do, they stay an extra hour. No because the whole thing is to network. Yes. So if y'all network and y'all get to meet each other, no doubt, that's good. That's what we do at Jaw Jacking to make sure we always got hands shaking each other.
No doubt,
but this is all about you right now, bro. Man, what's up, man? First of all, man, I don't even know how you win a 2017 Men of Excellence Award for the Chicago Defender.
Yes, sir.
How in the world do you even? I don't even know how to. I would be so arrogant right now. If I
right now,
I would be arrogant, man. You wouldn't be able to tell me nothing, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Man, how did that feel, man?
You know what? It felt really good. To be honored with that type of a prestige, because I was the only educator on that bill. Everybody else were, Fortune 500 company CEOs, whatever the case may be. So I was the only educator to make that list, and I was proud of that accomplishment because it kind of informed me that I was doing the right thing. That I could continue to do the right thing. Well, as long as I can make it happen for.
I just want to say it from like a personal stance, just to hear one-eyed people.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
sir.
let's be real.
Park's fine.
Morgan Park.
Morgan Park felt like it was a college.
Yes, sir.
I feel like it was a college. It seemed like Morgan Park was a college.
Yeah, it was, man. It was.
See you a principal winning awards, bringing your school from what, level 3 to level 1.
1+.
1+. I'm sorry. Let me put the plus up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, it's like a lot of brothers, being strong, man, and we don't want to, it's called holding them up when we get a wrong cop, but we don't feel that on Jaw Jacking. We get love, man. You deserve it.
Thank you, brother.
Real talk, man. I mean, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you,
man. Real talk. Well, let's talk about that, TC, since you brought it up. First of all, qualified you in a certain sense. It's not about qualifications, but the title you hold.
Yes.
The title you hold is a principal of Parkside. Parkside?
Yes, Parkside.
I want you to talk about first of all, your career.
Okay.
And getting up into becoming a principal, because you've been an educator for over 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, we go ahead and talk about your career real quick.
So it didn't start out that way, right? I went to school to actually become a doctor. I graduated with a microbiology pre-med degree. And so I worked in that field for a little bit, but I knew that I didn't want, to do that. I wasn't going to put 100% into it. So if I wasn't going to put 100% into it, then that's not something I was going to do. So I got my start at Luco 2 Elementary as a sub. I had a real good friend that was a principal there. Actually, she's like family to me. And she said, hey, we need some more African-American males to come into our school system to kind of make a difference. And I did it. I enjoyed it. Went back to school, got all my certifications, got my degrees, my masters and all that. And I've been in it for the last 20 years. And the principal, I mean, you of course have to, be an educator first. And then, you have to, of course, go get your certification and things of that nature. And I was just blessed, to have that type of opportunity. I've been a principal for the last 7 years and 6 years at this particular school. So it's just a blessing to me because I've had educators. I had educators in my family. My mother was an educator. My dad was an educator. My brothers are educated, my aunties, uncles, they were educated. So for me to be in the education field. And I love it because the things that I wanted to do when I went to college, I wanted to help people. I become a doctor, I want to help people. So now as being an educator, as being a principal, I can help so many people. Adults, children, communities, whatever the case may be. And I love it. I love it every day.
What's the grade range of your the school you?
Elementary. So elementary school goes from pre-K to 8th. So I get them as young as 3 years old to about as old as 14 or 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you the cool principal. I'm looking to
look. You see the swag, don't you? You see the swag.
Don't come in here with the suit and the pinstripe.
Right.
Hey, the jacket with the ripped thighs. Hey, he's the building.
Go ahead, Kenny. What you say?
I was about to say, I said that cool mind going into that cool principal.
Right, the cool mind.
Hey, cool. Let me tell you what happened, man. I was talking to Sid now. First of all, busy people to get them to comply to something simple like send me a picture. You know, they so busy. You got to go through chasing them is a job. So chasing them down this week, these two people right here, chasing these people down, that was the hardest thing to get them to send a picture. Yeah. Both of them sent the picture on the same day, and they don't even know what's going on. I've been fighting with them, so whatever day you send the picture, y'all send it on the same day.
That's all right.
Great man think alike.
Great man think alike. Gotta love that.
Sid did this though. I'm tell you, I gotta tell you, Sid. I told Sid, I said, send me a picture, Sid, you know, so I can do it for the promotional video. So Sid sends me 4 pictures. It's like, you choose. You know, and so I'm gonna do it in my reading the text voice. Say it's like, you choose, player. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the picture like, okay. So I picked this picture of him in a blue suit. Super sharp, whatever. Said was like, that's a very good choice, my brother. I posted that on Facebook and got over like 1,000. I was like, what kind of principle is this? I said, what kind of principle is this?
That's what we need, though, one in tune. Because you got to be in tune with the kids. That's what to ask you. That's my personal question. Yes, dealing with like you said, from 3-year-olds to almost 14-year-olds, depending on how their education level is.
Yes, sir.
You see a lot in these kids.
A lot.
What's the biggest thing? Is it really the parents, man? Because that's how I feel. Before you answer that,
you know what?
Before you answer that, the reason why I say that, they always say these kids is crazy out nowadays. They just shooting everybody, but I look like what their mom and them did. Exactly. Yeah, I feel it started before the kids. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So by you being a part of that, seeing our parents, you know, we drop our kids off 30 minutes before school starts, and then let y'all watch them. Right. You know, and then you know when the kids do something wrong, I can say all parents,
not all,
but we you know,
of course.
You could have looked at it wrong.
Right.
So dealing with that, what's been the biggest thing? Is it really the kids not ready to learn, or the parents not willing to accept what their kids doing so they can correct them?
Both. Okay. It's a collaboration of both. Because the learning starts at the home, right? You know, the initiative starts at home. Okay. So there is some situations in which, you know, I think that some of our parents can do a better job. But if they knew better, they'd do better. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm there for. That's what to be able to develop them to be the great parent that they really want to be. But they just don't. If they don't know how to be it, it's kind of difficult to do that.
That's true.
But our kids, you know, some might have an attitude where, okay, I don't want to learn today, but I really want to learn later on, or got some kids that I really want to learn. So you got a mixture of both, but you just got to really, because I ain't never met somebody that wanted to be a loser before. I ain't never met someone that wanted to be a failure. So it's embedded within them. It just takes a special person or persons to bring it out of that individual.
That's true.
On both sides.
Well said.
I want to talk about the founder and the CEO of the Sid Nolan Foundation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want you to talk about your foundation. It's a non-for-profit organization. Yeah. When did it start? How long you been running it? And what's the objective?
Yeah, so the Sid Nolan Education Foundation, I started that in the year 2000. And it's a foundation where I, you know, assist high school students that want to further their education. So it's not really like just giving out a scholarship to give money, this, that, and the third. It's a program to me for us because we want to develop freshmen and sophomores and juniors and seniors not only to get money to go to college, but also to be a good human being after they leave college, or going to college during college, then after they leave college as well. So it's scholarship that's it's renewable for 2 years. They have to have a certain GPA or whatever the case may be to kind of maintain it. But our scholarship is not, for the ones that had to have the 4.5 GPAs or the 4.0 GPAs. These are the scholarships for students that are that's in the middle.
Really?
Right? And the reason why we do that is because those are the ones that are going to be the most creative after they leave college or whatever the case may be, or they're going to be creative now. They might feel as though their college is not the place for them. Right. Like when I was in college, I've seen a lot that go on. And, you got some kids that go to college, they get a roommate, right? Now, roommate might have a little bit more than they do. And they want to do the exact same thing as they want to do, but they don't have the means to get that. So the scholarship is not just for books and room and board. It's for anything college related. If they want to go buy them a new outfit, they want to, go to the supermarket, to get something for the dorm room. If they want to just do anything to stay in college, the scholarship is for students to stay in college, not to leave because they don't have the means of that individual, but to stay there.
And that's a real scholarship.
That's a real scholarship.
That's a real scholarship right
That's
there.
different, man.
Yeah, man, that's real.
That's nice.
So, once you get the little GPA, all that stuff, but that information, man, send it out to everybody so you hear. Yeah, that's before you leave. Yeah, man. Right. That's when you don't hear that.
Yeah.
Now about the teachers, because they're not gonna get a pass either. You the principal.
I am.
So you're responsible, basically, for what they're doing.
Of course, I am.
So
definitely,
I know it's politics and red tape. You just can't come in there and say I don't like this person. They're not teaching right. They gotta go. But what did without getting too in your business, what's your method to make sure the teachers doing what they're supposed to do to the kids that's in there trying to learn, and not let the bad kids let the bad kids distract her from teaching the good kids? What what standards y'all have in place for the teachers behind the scenes that us parents don't be knowing to keep them on point?
Of course. Well, see, my mentor, I have a couple of mentors, they told me this one thing. They said, when you get in this position, that you continue to monitor high quality instruction, because what gets monitored gets done. If you don't monitor it, it's not going to get done. It's human nature. Yeah, you expect the professional to be a professional and do his or her job, right? But that's not always true. Okay, I'm blessed to have a good team. I like that, of course. But the thing is that I like to build relationships with my teachers and staff, because I want to be able to know them on a personal and professional level. Because one thing I might say to this individual, I might not say to you. It might hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be. So I try to really build that relationship with my team, so that way we can have those hard conversations if we need them. Okay, and we can have those easy conversations when we need them as well. Right. That's how you do. You got to build those relationships, and I monitor high quality instruction on a daily basis, and they know that. So they know, hey, we don't do this, Nolan coming.
Nolan coming.
You don't want to see Nolan.
I like that. Real talk, say I like that.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
There's a lot of politics in what you do now. I know a lot of things are changing now. Of course. How you adapt to the change that's going on, with some of the changes that come through that you don't agree with.
Right.
Some things you may not agree with. Like, this is not smart.
Right.
Instinctively, how do you make the, adjustments to, as a principal?
Well, I'm a good follower. So in order to be, a fantastic and awesome leader, you have to be a great follower. There's a lot of things that I might not agree upon, but what I do is that I take what has to be done, and then I put my personality and twist to it. Okay.
That's what's up.
I might not always do it the way someone should have or wanted me to do it, but I get the job done. I respect what's being, told of me to do. And then I put my personality, I put my twist on it, and then I make it mine. Mm-hmm. So, we talk about the politics. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know as a principal I was going to be that political figure in the community. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was going to be that pillar in the community, and I am. So I got to stand tall. Watch what I say. I got to watch what I do, because everybody's watching. And hey, come on, look. Lights, cameras, action. Come on, hey, look. Because I'm gonna get the job done. I don't buck the system. I just don't do that because it's not in my nature to do it, and I don't want to start doing it now.
Special ed teacher. I want to get a practical example. So you got a special ed teacher, right?
Yeah.
And they got these students in there, and they got I think it's called an IEP, right?
IEP, yeah.
IEP.
Yeah.
So a special ed teacher got an IEP, and IEP, the kid on the IEP it says.
I'm interested. What's IEP for the people like me and my people don't know what that means? What's IEP?
Individualized education plan.
Okay.
Individualized educational plan. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So say a special ed teacher had it on this IEP. It says. Kid, no. As a principal, how would you handle knowing that instinctively that the way they pass that it's kind of like it goes against our parenthood. It goes against us. But it's something that needs to be implemented because that's that's the politics I'm talking about. How would you respond to that as a principal?
Well, it's other ways to say no. Not right now. Not at this time.
But I never said no.
We're not able to do that. We don't have the means right now. Stop. So there's plenty ways to say no.
Never said no.
Never said no.
Never said no.
Never said no at all.
Morgan Park in the building from the Hundreds. He know how to maneuver that tongue. That's what I'm talking about.
Gotta do that, man. Gotta do it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
They say no at all.
Hey, he said give him tools, he can make it his own.
All day.
I like that. That was a perfect answer, man.
Thank you, man.
I'm so proud of you, brother. It's like we the same, man. You know we proud of you. I'm like,
I'm proud of y'all, man. I mean, shoot, man. Y'all made me, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, I looked up to y'all when I was in high school, man.
We gotta say it.
So it's all good, man.
And I want you to talk about. I want you to talk about you, the executive director.
Yes, sir.
For let me see.
Not Ruth. Not Ruth.
Hey, man, go ahead. Explain the position you do and the name.
Okay.
And how the name is made up.
So NABRU is a non-for-profit, organization that I'm the executive director of, and NABRU is urban spelled backwards. Okay. And so the motto is, change your situation. Because we want to make sure that we tap into African American males of color, not just African American males, but young brothers of color. Because I mean, you got other races that are color. They're minorities like us. So we kind of mentor them to inform them that there's other things you can do instead of standing on the corner, right? Trying to hustle. Right, try to do things that you normally can't do, but you see it on TV, think you can do it, right? And I just think that right now, in this world right now, our African American males or men of color, young men of color, need to see positive black men that we take care of them. Okay, making sure that they know that we out here, understanding where they're coming from, because we came from the hood too, right? Right. We were just able to make it out the hood, and we want to do the same thing, for those guys, man. So I've been executive director for 1 year now for that organization, and it's doing really well, man. We got about 35 young guys that we mentor. Okay, and we started with just middle school now, going from 6th to 8th grade, and then our next step we're going to do some high school mentoring as well. So. Look out for that, NABRU Incorporated. All right, so I'll give all the websites out at the end or whatever the case may be. Go check us out and go from there.
Being a young man, let's be real. You're a young man, you're a principal.
Yes, sir.
So I know a lot of obstacles you got to go through by that alone.
Yes, sir.
Some of the teachers are older than you.
They are.
Right. So what's the feedback in that? Can you let us know what it's like to be?
I can't.
A young boss.
Yeah, man.
Put it out there.
Young boss.
You're young boss.
You're right. You look at it because, I first became 11 years ago. So when I was 31, I became an administrator. And I still had to, let other adults know that was older than me. I had to tell them what to do. But I think that I have a strong knowledge of what I'm doing. And I think that, when you get individuals that are older than you. They're trying to check you to see if you know your material. And I know my material. Okay, I know exactly what I'm saying. I know exactly how I want you to get this done. I know what I'm doing. It's not my first rodeo. I've been doing this for a long time. So I have to inform them, you know, that this is what I do. And this is how, you know, my results have been, you know, on a consistent basis. And they don't have no choice but to respect that. Right. Because I respect them. Because I take their knowledge too, and then I kind of wrap it into one. Because my building is half and half, half young and half seasoned. They don't call them old, I call them seasoned. And so that's a good mixture, you know, for everybody. Because hey, you got some people that's been there way before me, coming in out of school. So that type of experience, you know, just makes it worthwhile.
So we had to have a brother like you come on here after Kenya.
You put back up. You making us representative. You know what I'm saying? Me and TC wasn't strong enough. We need Kenya to pull in. Kenya, you know what I'm saying? This is a strategy.
Look at the mic to you. Can you ask him out of 9 to 10 is the women behind his thing making him? Can you ask me?
Okay. What's your ratio of female teachers versus your male?
I got one male teacher. Okay, so talk about 99.5% of my teaching staff are women.
That goes back to my theory of 9 times.
Thank you,
but I do got males. You know, my assistant principal is a male. Okay, my security is a male. My gym teacher is a male.
Okay, then.
I got males on my team.
Right, but you know, go back to. Right. His assistant principal is a male. I'm just saying, where's our place up there in that hierarchy?
Oh, y'all there though. Oh, y'all run a lot of schools. Oh, women run a lot of schools.
Right, you hear what he said? We run a lot of schools, but not his school.
Right. But that's because he's there.
No. I was underneath you. That's what I was saying. Alongside of you. That's what
on an administrative level.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, though, absolutely, we know what you were doing, Kenya, when you were speaking earlier. You was trying to make sure that women was empowered.
Absolutely.
You know, so we just having fun with the fact.
We just having fun. Oh, y'all in power. Y'all got a lot of clout.
Want to keep you involved? Want you to sit here and look nice with you?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Here for a prop.
Right.
One of the things that I noticed, you know, at least the Facebook appearance. But, you just had a birthday that just passed, right?
I did.
And you had a
when was your
party?
birthday?
September 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
Right.
Libra.
October 10th. Libra, brother. October 10th. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you had a in college, I think you the Alpha Phi Alpha.
Yeah, that's my friend. 858 baby all day.
So you still do that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you look like you strike a extraordinarily great balance.
Yes, sir.
Of being able to have fun.
Yes.
You know, with everything that you're doing, all the impact that you're having in your school and in the community.
Yes.
How do you balance that? Like, I mean, because you kicks it, man.
Yeah.
Y'all, you just had a birthday bash.
Big birthday.
Big birthday bash.
My
all black party.
All black party.
All black party.
Yeah. It was live too.
I hope we be invited to the 21. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna do nothing to the 45th. Man. So I get 45.
I'm with that one. Okay.
Yeah, so
I want some of my people in there too. We're gonna have a united front.
We're gonna have a good one.
Oh yeah.
Have a good one.
Oh yeah.
But to answer your question, that balance, you know, it took me a long time to get it together. You know what I mean? Because I had to stop a lot of things when I became the principal. I had to really put a lot of things on hold, you know. And sometimes I had to put my family on hold, right? And that wasn't a good thing for me. I had to put me on hold because I was taking care of everybody else, you know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then I take care of myself last, which is that's still my same motto. But the thing is that I had to really, you know, make a conscious, you know, decision to say, okay, you know what said, you gotta live a balanced life, you know. Yeah. You gotta live a balanced life. You know, you gotta be able to do things for yourself. You gotta be able to enjoy life while you have it, because a lot of people out here dropping like flies, man.
Yeah.
Stress is a killer, man.
Man.
Look, I don't even know how to spell stress, bro.
Yeah, too.
You did?
I want to spell it a few years ago on how to spell stress, but now I forgot how to spell it.
I forgot to spell it, man. And so I just have to make a conscious effort to make sure that I, live my life and live it well, because life is for the living, and might as well go ahead and live it, baby, and enjoy it while you're doing it. So my birthday party, man, shout out to everybody that came out. It was a lot. There was a lot of love in that room, man. A lot of love in that room. And one thing I want to say is that I had a team of DJs, right? Craig Elliott, DJ Malik Shabazz, and they DJed my spot. And then I had one, request. He called me up. He was like, man, said, look, I need to rock your stuff. I need to rock your joint. And I was like, all right, cool. You got it. So it was Leon, Leon Rogers. He was like, look, man, I need to rock your joint, man, because, hey, I see it's going to be big. I need to rock it. I say, hey, come on, man. We're going to make it even bigger. So shout out to you, Leon Rogers, for
Leon Rogers.
Helping me out with that, come on out and, making it happen. It was a good night.
Man, that's good stuff, man. You really balance it well, man.
I do, man. I try. I try.
So, it's rough, man.
It's tough.
Well, right now, you probably, like you said, been doing this for 11 years. You said in administration?
11 years.
So you've been curving it for 11 years? Or?
Yeah, I have.
You got it down packed now, basically.
I do, because my thing is that I really wanted, in the beginning, you got to put in the work.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to put in that work. You got to put in that extra work. I was working 13, 14, maybe 15, 16-hour days. And then getting back up and doing the exact same thing the next day. Working weekends, all that, man. So now I'm smooth. It's a routine. Now it's a system.
That's what's up. Say it again for my people.
It's
man.
a system.
System,
man.
Well, since we got the 2017 Men of Excellence Award winner on the show today for the Chicago Defender, I want to throw some rapid fire questions out to this panel.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Y'all jump in wherever y'all want to answer it.
Yes, sir.
Everybody got different takes on this. So I'm just gonna shoot out some stuff for the rest of the show until we, get a feel for where we can all, apply this in our communities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Number one is involved early.
Yes.
I want everybody to jump in on it.
Yes. Get parents involved. Yeah, parents got to be involved, because, like I said before, the learning starts at the home, and the teaching start at home, because sometimes parents they got a lot of pride. No adult wants to tell another adult that they don't know how to do certain things. Sometimes we guilty of that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got to be able to get it out of them. And that's all about building those strong relationships with those individuals, and then making sure that you continue those relationships and then kind of go from there. So parents have to be involved early, because they got to know what's going on. 14 years later, and then, try to check their kid's book bag. I tell all my parents, you better investigate your kid's book bag every day.
Right.
Because you don't know what they hide from you.
You right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I used to hide stuff.
Yeah.
So I know what I used to do.
Right.
So I already know, I tell my kids, I look, listen here, what you going to do? Because I tried to do it, but guess what? I got away with it. So I know what you're going to do if I got away with it.
Right.
Hey, Bob, I'm gonna interrupt your question real quick. But I just want to put this out there. I got somebody keep throwing hearts up and saying face.
Really?
So evidently, I don't see this, but evidently you a little heart dude. People think you cute or something because they going with the heart. So my question for you is,
okay,
being a principal with power, women love men with power.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? The mamas, the teachers. So how you deal with that aspect of it? Let's be real now.
Well,
how you deal with that aspect of it? You know what I'm saying? Because evidently it's some heart about you around here. It's a heart about your face. So evidently teachers see it too, and then you influence their careers. I'm not saying you hold it against them or take it and make it like a advantage on them. Right. You do have control of their livelihood. So how do you balance that? Because I'm not trying to bust you out. I don't know about no girlfriend and all that stuff.
I got you.
But we got said the principal in the building. We asked a real question. Prince in the building. We get around y'all. Don't ask why you answered that. Yeah. So my question for you was, with the women, because you have to calm them down and step back with the mamas.
Yeah, man.
Be real now.
Well, number one, never mix business with pleasure.
Never. You said long finger. Do it again, sir.
Never miss business, because it ain't gonna end up right.
Real talk.
But as far as with the parents or whatever, the mothers, hey, I know how to talk to women. So
we had that gift. We went to Morgan Park. You know what I'm talking about? We had a punch on the talk too.
You know, I mean, I know I talk to people.
There you
but
go.
I'm going specific to your question.
Right,
with the females and mothers.
That's why he meant that, y'all.
To women.
That's the only way he said the principle. Only not talk to women.
Right, right.
I asked women.
He said women.
Right.
But I know how to have a conversation with. I know how to bring them down. I know how to de-escalate situations.
There we go. All right, my fault, but I just want to get that there. I keep saying the wrong.
Good question. Good question.
That's a great question.
Great question.
That was a great question.
Now who's doing hard?
Hey, after the show, we gonna do it live so everybody can hear. He gonna, hey, you got a kid struggling.
Profile picture.
We all see set it off.
Right.
Right. Wow, boy.
Want to be smoky, stony around here. Want to be stony?
Yes, sir.
How do you guys handle in juveniles provide self-reflection? Significance of self-reflection.
Well, you know what? I think that by them seeing other positive individuals and that positive individual having a conversation with them and them asking specific questions, you know, like, what could you have done better in that situation if you would have thought a lot more deeply on it? Mm-hmm. And then also, like when I talk to my kids, if they do something unbecoming, you know, I kind of give them my story. Like when I was a kid, okay, look, I understand what you're going through, and it might be easier said than done because I was once a 12-year-old boy, and I once did something just as you. This is how I combat it. This is what I did as an outlet. So when they understand that, when the stuff is relatable, you know, they can understand it more. You know, I don't talk at kids. I don't talk at them. I talk with them. You know, we had a conversation because if I talk at them, then they're like, oh man, you just talking to me. You know, let's just talk together, right? So by them, you know, seeing someone positive and you having that conversation, then you're asking the right questions. Cause that's how I got better when I talked to my son. My son's 16 years old, and before I had to, you know, pull things out of him. I'm like, am I not asking the right questions?
Right.
So it's about asking the right questions. That's how they self-reflect.
Mm-hmm. What about y'all? Y'all got any take on that question at all?
Not self-reflect question, but I had another question about
sure.
I wanted to ask you earlier.
Yeah.
But you know, the interview was going. You went from level 3 to level 1+.
Yes, sir.
So what entails in that for like the parents? You know, we are parents. We want to know what it takes for a school to get there. If it's just because you got to lock down the principals, the teachers, and make sure they do their job, or is it that the certain students is what y'all did to get the students more involved in the curriculum so they can respond better? So what does it take? Because a lot of schools are at level 9 probably. You know what I'm saying? So what did it take for you to do that? Because that is an accomplishment that needs to be repeated all again, day, man. That's a good thing right there,
man. So, you know, the levels, you know, they're aligned to Chicago Public Schools, is aligned to something called the SQRP, the School Quality Rating Policy. So that is what, you know, each school is being aligned to see if they are a performing school or a non-performing school. So level 3 is a so-called non-performing school. So when I inherited the school, it was at level 3 on probation for a long time. So it only took me 4 years to get it from a level 3 to level 1+. That's a hard job to do, to take a school that was always in the red to now see a whole lot of green. So it took a lot. So it encompassed all of that, making sure that you get the right people on the right bus, making sure that you get the students and encourages them that they can be number one, because that's a self-motivator for them, because they come in with low self-esteem. Now you got to go ahead and build that self-esteem up within those children. So it took a lot of monitoring. It took a lot of developing. Okay, because you know I have to develop my teachers so they can be able to develop our children. So that took a lot, and it was real systemic. You know how it was done. And one thing that really got us to where we need to be is that I got everybody on my team that understands how to interpret data. Data is information. It's just not numbers, it's information, period. So if you know exactly where your students are and you know exactly where they should be, then you got to create a strategic action plan aligned to them, personalized to them, so you can be able to get them to get to where they need to be. So it's a lot of protocol, a lot of practice, a lot of systems, just a whole lot of. Because at first, you can't do something, you can't do something that you've done before and get the different results. You got to do something different to get different results. And so that's the highest honor in Chicago Public Schools, which is a level 1+. And my school, Parkside Community Academy, has never seen that type of success since they've been, Parkside Community Academy. I was blessed to be able to be in that instructional leader seat to lead my team to that victory. And so, and I'm gonna say this too, because that was last year that we hit level 1. I did it in 4 years. So last year was my 5th year there, and we're projected to be a level 1+ school again. And this time we'll be off probation. Man, so this will be the first time in my school we'll be off probation. That's congratulations. And Parkside has never seen off probation ever. Oh, wow.
I mean, for those who don't know, where is Parkside located?
Parkside Community Academy is located on 6938 Southeast End Avenue. A gym in the South Shore area. We killing it over there, man. We making it happen, man. Wow. We making it happen.
You come off to me as he comes off to me as a young Joe Carr. Lean on me.
That's my Bible. Lean on me. That was a movie that I've watched many times, and I emulated what Joe Clark did. Wow. And I made it, something of my own, persona, because I did come into a school that was like that. And I had to make sure that it got done. And I took, 100% responsibility for that. And so if I'm taking 100% responsibility for that, I got to make sure that we get this job done. So I still look at Lean on Me. I like the first staff meeting I did the exact same way.
Wow. So R. Russell?
Yes, I know Art.
That's my man. He like, what's up,
what's
man?
Up, boy?
He told me
what's going on? What's happening, Art? Man, boy, that's my man right there, boy. That's my guy, man.
That's my man right there.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Bob. You doing it right with your questions, man. I like your homework, Rob. You real for I gotta say right now. This is only TC opinion. It's not a Robert or Intellectual Radio.
I got it.
I got the best host of Intellectual Radio by my side.
Yes,
I can never lose.
Yes,
Stop it.
Yes, sir.
I got the big.
Like you said, stop it.
You hear me,
yes,
man?
Sir.
It's that, man. That bongo was between Kenya's legs, and I will hit it. From the south side, boom, boom. My man, boom, boom. Raw, boom. Okay, my fault. Go ahead.
You're wild. Crazy, man. TC, wild boy.
Hey, man. Real quickly, I want to ask you this last question.
Go ahead.
This last question. I know it's got to be a thin line. You say you had a 16-year-old son.
Yes.
I know it's a thin line between boasting and the way you used to be when you was young, trying to implement this message of morals in your child.
Yeah,
I know that's tough, man, because it's like you want to tell him what you understand, without bragging about it, so that he won't pick up from the bragging and turn that into a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like that balance, you know what I mean?
And my son, man, he's so much like me, which is a good thing, because I know that he's gonna be successful when he get older. But because I gotta tell him.
It sounds like a
principle to real parent, right?
Yeah.
So that's the type of principle you need. That father became that.
I gotta let him know, how to do it. I gotta give him the steps in order to get it done. I just think that's gonna come in time, because I think I'm saying the right things to him. I think that he understands what I'm saying, and also I exemplify, a positive, great role model for him. So that's why when I do certain things and I get, some praise on it, I always, thank the man upstairs for making me, creating this path for me, to be able to lead or be able to follow, because it ain't my doing at all. I was placed here, it's chess, not checkers, right? And I inform him that, and he understands that. 16-year-old kid, and he's going to have some success of his own as a young guy, and he's going to have to know how to deal with that. And by him watching me and him listening to me, I think that he's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna be all right. And I just think that being real with our children is something that we need to do. Like, hey, we messed up. Yeah, I sure did mess up. I did. But before I went like that, my one of my best friends, my ship actually, to tell me that, to say, look, man, you weren't the perfect 16-year-old kid either, man. You did some stuff too. Let them know you did that stuff. So he just won't be looking at you as, you high and mighty, this, that, and the third, and you so perfect, da da da. Let them know you screwed up, man. Let them know that you messed up, man. And let them know how you dealt with that when you did screw up. So that way he can understand how to not do it. But if he does, then he know how to recover. You know what I mean? Know how to recover.
Adele there, my Adele from Morgan Park. Adele said, what's up, man? He's watching you, man.
What's happening? How you living? Oh, man.
You know what I was going to say? That's another thing about being in leadership. You got to have those multiple hats, because a lot of times when you're talking to your child, they don't want to hear that leadership.
They don't want to hear.
Right. So you have to be able to switch it over to something else, because one size don't fit all.
Right.
And so you have to adapt it, because just like with yourself, you're a father to many.
Yeah.
So now you have to know how to teach each kid.
Yeah.
Or each child that you have a little bit different, because you can't go to Samantha the same way you went at Cindy.
No.
So you do. So that's really good. So,
you're right. It's called differentiating.
Absolutely.
Your leadership.
Your boy D Money, Bob. Your boy D Money tuned in. I want to give him his little shout out
D Money.
He in the building. He had a nice little comment. I want to make sure I got it connected back up so it's a fresh one. But he said, Mr. Kenya. Yeah, he said absolutely a strong. No, he said, well, I skipped him, I guess. Oh, he did say, no, don't worry about it, but I didn't refresh and it disappeared.
Okay. Kenya, real quick, plug yourself, Kenya.
Plug myself.
Yeah, if anybody wanted to get in contact with you.
Yeah.
About things
also, I just wanted to put it out here. I forgot to put out there that next Sunday, which is October 15th, we're doing this Guinness World Book record in Michigan, in Ypsilanti, Michigan, for all women, men, kids. We're actually going to go out there and participate in Rosie the Riveter world record. So we're asking all men and women and children to come out there and dress like Rosie the Riveter. This is our opportunity to give back and to recognize all working women all over the world. So we want to break that record. So I'm going to go out there and support that. And, being in this woman movement, I got to be there. So if I ain't there, you could be like, Kenya, why you ain't out there, with your Rosie the Riveter on?
Who is Rosie the Riveter?
Rosie the Riveter.
Talking about the look. The character,
that lady, that had on
the cover. You want the men and the women to dress like
so
Rosie?
Basically, it's just right. Basically, we basically saying that we're supporting working women. So what we're doing is dressing up like her with the bandana, the coveralls, the fist, the boots, the red socks.
So what you want the men to wear to support?
Same thing. Same thing.
But
check this out. Basically.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So basically, what it is
support you. I'll send some money.
You're walking the day in her shoes. It ain't no different. Yeah. So basically, it's just saying that women out here, we're working and we want our stance and we want to be recognized. So what they're wanting to do is break the record that is currently being held. They want to break that with a new record.
And that's in Ypsilanti, Michigan?
Yes.
Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Ypsilanti, Michigan.
October 15th.
Yep.
What time?
It starts at 9 a.m. and I believe that they start recording how many people was there by 11.
That's what's up.
Yep, 10 o'clock, 11.
It's all right.
What up, Chuck? What up, Brick? Congratulations on your little granddaughter.
My man, the 2017 Men of Excellence Award for the Chicago Defender. Plug yourself, sir.
Morgan Park's
MP High's finest.
Man in the building.
Breathe, baby.
You know about that Morgan Park life, man. What? We create them people. They created some,
Shout out to Mike Royster.
Shout out Oscar Taylor,
Steve
Parker, you know what I mean? Diallo, Mingo, Chad, the whole
barbecue
squad, all that. So, hey,
what's up, y'all?
Chris Nolan, my brother, my big brother, Chris Nolan, yes sir.
Yes sir.
So, hey, go to my website for my foundation is www.cnef.biz, and also Nabru, NABRU.net. All right, so you can go on those websites, check us out. You can also check me out, of course, at my school, If you want to come, you can come visit me.
Let me about set up for y'all to come up to your school, man.
Do that, man.
I set that up. Have a little man. Hey, Earl.
So let's do that.
Let's make that happen, man.
That'll be
good. We talking to the boss.
That's right.
You hear me?
That is correct.
We gonna follow you up now. You said on the whole world. You know, I can rewind this like 20 years later, and we ain't never showed. I can rewind. You lied to me, so your kid can't come to that person because he's a liar.
Not at all, man. always keep my word.
I already know.
Always keep my word, baby.
Yes,
always.
Sir.
And hey, I thank you all for allowing me to come on in and make it happen, man. And shout out to Morris Spicer and my father's son. They got a new book called Soul for Sale, right?
Come on the show. Tell them come on the show.
Yeah, I do that, man.
Bob.
You see, I took care of you, right?
Yes,
so it's all good.
Yes, sir.
Give it up for Sad Prince Nolan in the building. And Kenya Urban Townsend.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Joe Jackson with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. We will see you again next week.
Now, brew, baby.
Deuces in the building.